Good evening. Our city is at its lowest moral point in terms of its treatment of people who are most in need. If I left my dog outdoors to freeze to death, I would rightly be prosecuted. Yet our elected city officials have left human beings outdoors this brutal winter to freeze to death and suffer untold tragedies. Demonstrating an uncivilized cruelty, our mayor has sent police officers, street division employees, and a company under contract with the city to raid homeless encampments, pushing homeless people from where they have tried to set up a place to simply exist when there are no beds and no space available at any so-called resource centers or the overflow shelter, and where there are no alternative places for the hundreds of people left out in the cold to go. During these raids, usually ignored by our news media, the city has paid employees and contractors to confiscate and destroy the property of homeless people, including tents, clothing, and medications. During a recent raid, I met a man who was only wearing socks on his feet in bitterly freezing weather because he couldn't put on shoes. I took him to an emergency room, and he had massive frostbite and trench foot. That's the result of how homeless people are being treated at this very moment by Salt Lake City government. Our city's elected officials knew that the space in resource centers has been woefully inadequate since the destruction of the road home downtown. Yet, at our mayor's behest, you voted to prohibit shelters of any size for homeless people. For the sake of fundamental decency, stop prohibiting and unreasonably limiting shelters in our community. Instead, reverse course and provide shelter. That is a solution that promotes the interests of residents, businesses, and homeless people alike.
Thank you, Rocky.